welcome here to Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora, on site, on location at the American Kickoff for the first time ever in the Queen City of Charlotte, North Carolina. I want to thank our partners here on Wake Up Call, Great Lakes Honda City, and all of our fantastic team that we have. And speaking of fantastic team, I've had the opportunity to speak with you over the years. Jeff Traylor, the head coach of the UTSA Roadrunners football program. And like I've told you on the air, off the air, coming into the conference and continuing through, I respect the school, I respect your program, but more than anything, sitting and getting to talk with you, I remember conversations of you as a man, and I appreciate that more than anything, so thank you for that.
Thanks for having me, appreciate it.
Of course. So we heard the commissioner talk today about the American and what it's becoming. How would you define where the American is at right now, going off of some of those words from the commissioner about opting into the House settlement, performance-based revenue sharing, talking about the portal and where he sees that? Where do you see this conference right now?
Well, first, I'm a huge fan of Tim Pernetti's. He understands it, he gets it. He's got a great vision for us. He can articulate it very well. He's very confident. He's had proven success before. So he gives all the coaches hope, which is always a great sign of a great leader, of giving the people that work for him hope. So I'm a huge fan of his. I think our league speaks for itself. What the success that Army and Navy had last year, Memphis, Tulane, it was fun to watch. We're disappointed we weren't in the party. We thought we underachieved last year, and those kind of seasons are. And we finished great, but I don't want to put lipstick on a pig and forget about how bad we were early in the year. We should have been in that mix.
And when you say you finished strong, your student athletes echoed that. What was it that shifted in the right direction when things finished so strongly? What were some of those pieces that went into the success finally coming through?
Well, we've always been really good at home, and I think getting those games, at home really helped. But you just got to be better than that. That's a sign of mental weakness when you give it that many big plays on the road, that many penalties on the road, can't run the ball on the road, but you can do all those things at home. It's a sign of a mentally weak football team, and the head coach has got to do a better job of getting our players to take ownership. And we got to coach them better, to be very honest with you.
So for you, as you've grown as a leader and evolved in your own way, what have you seen out of yourself coming off of a season like last season? What are some of those moments where you have that kind of heart-to-heart moment with yourself? What are you seeing, and what is that conversation?
I felt it during the season last year that I just let things go too much. And I didn't know. I really thought once we blew that lead at Tulsa, we weren't going to come out of it, to be honest with you. I was as shocked as anybody that we finished that incredibly strong. But I promised myself in my journal entries that I was not going to have a team on the field ever again that I felt like didn't have the mental discipline. I'm not saying we're going to win all of our games. It's the way we lost them. It's the way we looked. We just didn't look right. Like the Army game, I have no issue with that game. We played our tails off. Our kids were buttoned up. We played about as good as we could play, and Jeff beat us. I have no problem with that. That's not what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm talking about there's a certain way the game is supposed to look, the way it's supposed to sound, the way it's supposed to feel, and you just know when it's done right. And we got to get that feeling back.
And to get that feeling back for you, you and I have spoken about this before, the importance of having an actual family, an actual culture, an actual team in the world that we live in today with the transfer portal and with NIL and realignment. There is a lot of me-centric out there, yet you've stayed committed to UTSA, they've stayed committed to you. You have people on your coaching staff that have committed to you and you to them, and then you look at your student athletes. What can you say about having that family aspect be a real thing, not just a conversational piece, and where you feel like UTSA is at in a world that feels very chaotic?
Yeah, this has been a very chaotic 5 years for all of us in college football. But we've tried to stay true to our culture, our brand, the 2-0 triangle of toughness. It starts at the top. You know, I work for a very good lady, and Dr. Campos. I know she knows who she is, and she knows who I am. So we're very grounded when it comes to, and I'm very transparent with her. She knew last year I was in trouble, that I'd let things kind of get too loose, and I kind of prepared her. We came out of it, which I'm thrilled about, but I made a real commitment not only to her but to myself that I was going to do my very best to not get us back in that situation. So that was some real self-reflection. I am proud of my staff. You know, everybody wanted me to fire all of them, but they wanted them all to get raises at the end of the year. So we all hung in here together. Jess Lepp and I have been together now going on 6 years. You know, our cornerback coach, Nick Graham, going on 6 years with us. Multiple guys drafted in the National Football League. Justin Burt, offensive coordinator, 6th year with him. Joe Price, associate head coach, 6th year. O-line, run game coordinator, 6th year. I'm really proud of how we all hung in here together. We've got a really good job. Obviously, I've said this a lot. It's just our 15th year to play football. I'm not asking for anybody to grade us on the curve. Nobody does. But I do think it needs to be stated that we've not been doing this very long.
Yeah.
And really proud of where we are. Really am.
You brought up Dr. Campos, who's leading this athletic charge. You spoke about having honesty, transparency, and trust. Just what that relationship has been like to have that go both ways, to be able to go to your boss and say, hey, this is where my team is at. This is how I feel. This is what's happening right now. And then for her to also go to you and say, this is what I'm thinking. This is my vision. This is what I would like to do. You don't always get that level of honesty, transparency, and trust. So just what you could say to that effect.
Yeah, she's unique in the sense that she doesn't always tell me what I want to hear. I make fun of her. Most of the time she tells me things I don't want to hear. And most of the time she probably doesn't like what I'm saying. But when we leave the office, it is what it is. And we locked in and we go. And that just comes with, and I say it all the time, the trust is truth over time. And you don't really become family. Like Kurt Traylor's my brother, right? Like we're not going to betray each other, but we've thrown rocks at each other. Like we have busted heads against each other. We're brothers. We've argued. We've fought.
Yeah.
Real relationships are that. That's when you have a real relationship. When you've been roughed up some together. And in the 5 years we've been together, we've been roughed up together a lot, to be honest with you.
What have you learned from this half decade of that being roughed up? What have you learned?
Something I already knew when I came, it always starts at the top. You don't flip Gilmer, Texas without a school board, without administration. You don't flip UTSA without commitment from the top. Because then it gets to your fan base, your boosters, because the vision is so clear. Yes, winning helps. We're the winningest team in Texas since she hired me. That does help, there's no doubt. But there's also been a lot of tough losses in there.
Yep.
And you find out who the people are in those tough losses. Anybody can be your fan when you're winning.
Yeah.
Where are you when you lose a close game or blow a 35-7 lead at halftime?
Amen to that. And you heard the commissioner talk about the college football playoff, and whatever it becomes, it's 12 now. Could it be 16? We'll see. But the American having not just a sometimes path or be happy that you're here path, what can you say about the American Conference that, I thought, at least in my eyes, that the college football playoff expanded so that we wouldn't have this like beg, borrow, and try everything possible just to get one team in once every decade. So just the American path to the postseason and what you think about as far as formatting wise and where this conference stands with the CFP.
Well, a lot of that has to do with us.
Yeah.
We've got to take care of our own business in non-conference.
Right.
We've got to make a great showing in our non-conference. I mean, you got Texas A&M, Texas State, UIW, and Colorado State. Each one of us in this league have a responsibility to this league to do our part. Now, what's uniquely different about this, your administration, because of rev share, we are more tied together than we ever have been. Like I've stated to many people today, like we meet every 2 weeks, with our people that raise money, and because we're fundraisers too, and we've got to get our rev share number at a place where we can all stay competitive. It's just the new world. You just got to adapt, improvise, adjust, overcome. I mean, you just got to do it, and we're working at it. The goalpost keeps moving, but we keep adjusting.
When you look at that goalpost continuing to move and how long of a kick you may have to make now, when we look at the performance-based revenue sharing that the commissioner spoke about of money going into this conference to the institutions based on what you do on the field, and then you look at the fact of opting into the house settlement, so you have to raise money on your end, but then how you perform can bring some of that money back in and be cyclical. What are your thoughts on those two things right now?
It's our new slogan, SOAR. You know, it's the free enterprise system. It's the American dream, and I think those that do well and invest should be rewarded. And I'm a big free enterprise guy, so I like it. Let's go take care of it. We want to talk about all this stuff. Let's go take care of it on the football field.
I did ask this to your student athletes, and I want to know from you, if the Roadrunner is the fastest being on the planet, who are your fastest Roadrunners on the team right now?
Will Henderson, Beast, Texas. Devin McEwen, Beast, Texas. Mekhi Anderson, state of Florida, believe it or not. Those three guys are probably our fastest guys. Who'd they say?
Man, it's right along the same line
there
as
you
you.
go. I'm glad I know my team.
They're right there with you. So, Coach, we're going to play some rapid fire, and I'm going to take you off the hot seat. I'm just going to put me on it because you never get to ask the questions. You can ask me any 3 questions in the world, any topic, football or whatever you want. First one you got.
Kennedy assassination, what do you believe?
Oh, man. So when I was down at the American, last year, I actually did the tour. I did the Kennedy, and they brought me through, and they said, we're gonna bring you everywhere and like talk to you about what they said, and then we're gonna talk to you about the conspiracy. I'm Italian and Hispanic. There is no part of my Italian side that believes, standing on the grassy knoll, that wasn't a very clear shot. And unless you can curve a bullet, it seems like there were a few people involved in the assassination of John F. Kennedy Jr. I don't think that someone with a brain and with any type of Italian heritage could think that just happened by one shot, really good, and could reload so quickly and take the other shot. I think that there's more to the story than meets the eye, and going through it, it really just stuck with me because I had like an extra day, and I was like, I want to do something that's just different. I want to do something here in this part of Texas that's unique to this part. And going on the JFK tour, I learned a lot. It has stuck with me ever since, and I firmly believe that there's far more to the story.
I taught American history at Big Sandy in the 90s. We did a research paper on that subject. I took all my students to that very museum. It was really cool. Question number 2.
Yeah.
Did we really land on the moon? Big conspiracy theory guy over here.
Well, based on the things that I've seen recently, it seems like that may not be such a conspiracy. That maybe we did not, because I know we were fighting with Russia, right, to try and get there first. And if I've learned anything about things that have happened in America over time, when we're not first at something, at any cost, some people will do things. And I am not a man by any cost type of person. I am a man who wants to see God when I'm done with my life, and I want him to say, welcome home, not you should have done better. So that's my answer. Last one.
You on Team LeBron or Team Mike? Who's the greatest player of all time?
There's only one team to be on. LeBron James, this is what I'll say to LeBron. If you're the best, why'd you wear 23?
Talk to me.
If you're the best, why did you make Space Jam 2?
Let's go. Frank Harris, are you listening to this?
And if you're the best, then where is your all defense? Where is all these things? And by the way, I think, is Michael Jordan not undefeated when he makes the finals?
6-0.
So, and also when Michael Jordan played basketball, more than half the league was competitive. More than half the league was good. And Michael Jordan didn't buy teammates. He played against the best. So LeBron, I respect that you can score. I respect that you have a great regimen of what you do with your body and your nutrition. I can respect that you are a champion, but to put you in the same league as Michael Jordan is to put, oh man, it's like putting Robert Downey Jr., who's Iron Man, to somebody who just picked up a box of scraps. So I gotta go Jordan all day, every day. And Michael did it. And if you put Michael in his prime against LeBron now, he would embarrass everybody in the league now, in my opinion.
Can I get one bonus question?
Sure.
When she has to fire me one day, do you see any future in my role in this? Do you see any hope, or am I just going to be homeless and hungry?
I look at you like this, Jeff. I appreciate the time that we have spent. I feel like you have been yourself with me. And whether you know it or not, or believe it or not, there are people in this media that genuinely care about the relationship and not the transaction. I hope over these last few years you've gotten that from me.
You've been great.
And thank you. So you will always have a home with me. I hope that Dr. Compost does not fire you. I hope you get a raise.
It's all going to rev share right now. I'm sorry. There's no more for me.
No, but I definitely would say that as long as you want to talk to me about ball or life, you have a place with me. So you're welcome on Wake Up Call.
It was fun. Thank you, man. It was awesome.
Thank you, Coach.
Appreciate
as
it.
always, appreciate
Cool.
it. Talk with you soon.